I wonder if I just sat here drinking water, like, how many people would just sit watching the whole thing? Okay. Here we go. Are you ready? That's a good laptop underlight right there. Moist. Hi everyone. Okay, wait a minute. Oh no, I'm muted. Wait. Oh my god, my computer's broken. Wait. Oh my god, my computer's broken.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. 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 Hi every. Wow, that was traumatizing as usual.
Nothing. See that cheeky knee? Look at that. It is the hottest day of the year. It's horrifying. I know you live in Kenya and Saudi Arabia in the middle of a desert. You literally live in a volcano. Okay, I get it. But in England, we don't have air conditioning. We have fans that just accelerate the warm air into our faces. Just getting in that cheeky mineral spawn. I have had the worst week. The cough that Dan had was actually pneumonia. So that's good. I'm taking 8 pills a day and some more pills just to counteract these pills because these are so intense that apparently they kill me. Side effects don't include death. Throwback to 2011 there. Just death. Headaches, nausea, blindness. I hate swallowing pills. Dan is not on fire. Finish the quote. Why do I hate swallowing pills, guys? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Captain Cat Zero said squirrel anus. Because my esophagus is like a squirrel's anus. That was graphic, wasn't it? Lungs. The worst day was the day after I filmed that Pokemon Go video. You couldn't tell, but I was dying when we were filming that Pokemon video. I was literally dying. I feel so personally attacked right now. I'm just gonna chuck this over here. I mean, I like this Pokemon game. It's really cool, but it's also really shit and doesn't work at the same time. It's fun catching Pokemon and, like, it being real and, like, gym territories is fun, but you can't, like, train Pokemon or, like, properly battle them or play with friends or guess the crime. Snapchat? No! I mean... If you go on the website, my phone is dead. RIP. There we go. Right. Sat. Chilling out, you know, when all of a sudden there's this slamming noise and there's this violent splat. Me and Phil are sat on the couch. The window was only open like this much. Like this much, okay? And a bird had flown into the window, scared the crap out of us. Obviously, like, literally scared the crap out of itself. And somehow, despite the window only being open like that much, the bird had pooped through the window, and it had gone like 5 feet through the room and slammed all the way up the couch directly in between me and Phil. We were just sat there like in silence for like 10 seconds. I literally do not know how that was physically possible because the window was open like that much. The bird was coming from above, and yet the bird poop went through the window. It shit horizontally. Gravity does not work that way. That bird must have just had some serious muscles to create that velocity, but it was just horrifying. Phil wiped it off with a kitchen cloth. I then dabbed it lightly with a sponge, because when you're trying to clean things, it's better to dab than scrub. If you don't know, in Pokemon Go, you can go to a cool place in your neighborhood. You can, like, claim the building for your team. But if someone else has claimed it, you have to beat their Pokemon, and then you can claim it for your team. So I leave the house, I go up to this gym, I start playing, and then all of a sudden, this guy that was, like, late 20s, early 30s... And I'm not shaming anybody here, that unironically had a fedora on and a goatee, who was sat in the darkness in the bush, got up and came up to me, and I was like, well, what's happening, what's happening? There's a person is walking up to me, a person was interacting with me, what's happening? And he was like, is the game working for you today? I can't seem to connect. And I was like, oh my god! And I was just like, I do not want to start a conversation. I don't know who you are, but you've been squatting in a bush. And I was just like, ha ha ha, no, same, but yeah, see you around. And it was like, bye. That made me realise that the joy of Pokemon Go is that when you go to a gym, which is like a place in the community where people compete, you might actually walk into another person. You know, it appears to me that the two people that you're likely to see claiming gyms are like either like kids. Like when we went to the park and filmed that video, it was so cute because everyone we saw playing Pokemon was like 6. And it was so cute, and I was like, oh, this is what Pokemon's all about. Look, there's all these kids, they're catching Weedles, they're having a great time. Speaking of Weedle, most of the time, when you see a gym, and there's like some, you know, level 25 person with a Gyarados there, it's like a late 20-something man nerd. And it makes me realise that that's like mostly the competitive community of Pokemon. And there's nothing wrong with that. Got this lip balm, because you don't want to be crusty. Never be crusty. Be nice, smell nice, and don't be crusty. So this is Ice Natural, and apparently it has a cooling effect. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's warm. That's just warm mint, and now my lips are tingling. That's really horrible. I'm gonna have like a mountain of things that I throw over there. Do you and Phil have each other's passcodes? Yeah, because pass me the thing, I can't be bothered to... Whatever is like a big part of life. We did jog in 2015 because we were so terrified that if we didn't, then we literally wouldn't be able to do our stage show because the stage show is a lot of moving. Yeah, if you're wondering why I had those leggings, they're jogging leggings. To BH, they're pretty swaggy and I should just wear them all the time. Let's be real. If you're a hater, then leave, because you're a pleb and you don't get it. I'm joking. But speaking of the cosplay, I have taken this shit seriously. Get wrecked, it's nowhere in sight. No, but oh, I see somebody didn't appreciate their gift. Look what has found its way back onto my desk. Did he not appreciate this? What's not to love? It's pastel core. It's just wonderful. Tip tip. My live show. Woo! Give me a name for my cactus. Susan 2. There we go. Please say hi to the salty nuts. Literally don't want to know, Katie. What do you think of Taylor versus Kanye? Are we going to get here now? Okay. What team are you on? Team Kimye or Taylor? Kim, non. Who gives? Your dad's? I don't care. What? Fan. Wildcats. Hi from Russia and Switzerland. Okay. He called up Taylor Swift. Hey, here's this line. Can I say it in the song? And apparently in this phone conversation, she was like, yeah, sure. And then he released the song. And then Taylor famously at the Grammys was like, I did not consent to this song. Kim was like, I'm gonna secretly Snapchat a video of Taylor on the phone where she's saying that she does. And now everyone's like, oh my god, Taylor lied. Taylor is a snake. That is Taylor Swift. On the floor. Oh, why is there a giant rubber snake on the floor? What is Phil been doing today? I have literally no idea. So, take us directed by our doctor. My doctor. Okay, so I went to the doctor, obs. I was like, I feel like I'm dying. Can you investigate me? And he was like, yeah, well, we usually make people have a cough for like 3 weeks before we do it. And I was like, no, I need to be able to talk for my job. Which was code for me saying, if I don't make a Dan Is Not On Fire video soon, people are going to turn up outside my house and lampoon me with pitchforks. But I wasn't going to explain that to the doctor. I was like, I need to be able to talk. And he was like, okay, let's just feel your lungs. So we did the whole stethoscope on the back and he was like, oh yeah, your lungs are full. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, you got a bad one. I was like, what did I mean? He was like, you got pneumonia. And I was like, holy fuck, what? And he was like, yeah, you got pneumonia. And I was like, isn't that what kills babies and old people? And he was like, yeah, but you'll be fine. fine if you started taking these antibiotics. And I was like, okay, am I going to die? Just tell me. Don't mess me about, man. And he was like, no, just take the pills. And then these pills to counteract the pills and everything's fine. This guy was then like, so what do you do? Why do you need to talk? And I was like, oh, God. See, this is when I usually go, I'm a video editor, because it sounds so boring. But because I said I need to be able to talk, I was like, oh, I do like public speaking. And then he went, what do you do public speaking for? And I was like, I swear to, and I was like, you know, and then I did the one thing you should never say, which is like comedy stuff, I guess. And then he's like, oh really, you're a comedian? And I was like, well, no, okay, no, I didn't mean that. I was like, what do you do? Do you play local clubs? You up in Edinburgh? I was like, no, just let's just abort this conversation. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, it's like on the internet. He was like, what do you mean? And I was just like, oh, frick me. I've got this, it's so aesthetic. I've got a koi carp on the back of a black shiny jacket. I mean, that is just life right there. Were you expecting Rosanna Pansino to use the whisk? Okay. She's like the nicest person ever, seriously. She's like a Disney character. She's so happy and bubbly. And I'm starting to think there's just no other qualities that you need in a person. Just chill, happy, fun, and baking. You don't need opinions. You just need to be chill and bake. But what's funny, we're like the tallest people in the world and she's like the shortest person in the world. So it's like weird when we're together because she is like a hobbit and we're like Hagrid. It's has anybody here watched Code Geass? Geass? Jas? Jace? Geese? Okay. We'll give it the 4-episode test, which is what we do. I'm dying. I am dying. Did you know what temperature it is right now? It's 33 degrees. Sweet fuck. You look so good. Thanks. Hi Dan, you look lovely today. I'm gonna punch you. Stop it. Pro tip, get the bus while playing Pokemon Go, because buses move slow enough for them to think that you're walking. Seriously. Why do you always leave the door open? Because if the Wi-Fi is so bad that I disconnect generally, then do you really want me to risk having the door closed fully? Those kids were mean to you. The kids were alright. One of the kids was like, can I tether to your phone because I don't have much internet? And I was like, son, I appreciate your adventure. I like that you recognized me from the internet, but I'm not sharing my data with you. He was like, oh my god, I watch you sometimes. And I was like, sometimes, bitch. And he was like, my favorite YouTubers are Ali A and Dan the Diamond Minecraft. And I was like, it's Minecart, you fake fan. And yeah, fair enough. You were so much taller than Ro, and she was stood on a box. So can you imagine? I can't. It would be like Slender Man and Warwick Davis. Let's not think about that. Hi Dan, you look great today. You need to stop bullying me. I just can't believe this. Talk about Taylor did that. Which team am I on? I'm on team things aren't black and white. You know what I mean? I think the problem with society and politics and opinions and even little things is that people want to pick sides when the reality is that both sides have positives and negatives and are complicated. And it's not about taking teams, it's about coming together, forgiving the mistakes and learning from them so that we can achieve things. That's not going to happen because everybody's an idiot and nobody gets that. That's going to be a video on Dan is Not on Fire one day. One day. I think it's important that we have these little casual chats about nothing. Sherlock Season 4 in November, that is something to live for. And how do you always manage to break stuff? I don't know, I'm just like a little Godzilla, aren't I? Hope you're good. Remember to always test your own opinions. Think about the opposite of what that person said, just as a thought exercise. Try to think about what's good and bad about both sides of the stories, and form your own complicated opinions by trying to reach the honest matter of what the best resolution would be when you learn from the lessons. And yeah, Google Transcendental Meditation. Have a great week, you little ducklings.